Namaste, I'm Shiva Swati and this video is about explaining how to pray to Durga. Happy Navratri and Happy Durga Puja. When you are praying to any god, you have to identify with the thought process which the god represents. And goddess Durga represents the ending of Mahishasur, means the ending of a man who was focused on self and who was not focused on development of humanity as a whole, but he was focused on his art and on his creation, and he was probably using women sexually, raping women, because of which he was killed. So Durga represents respect of women, that you should not use women as sexual toys, you should not rape women simply because you have more muscle power, you should not rape women to insult women. You need to be more mature emotionally, and if you really sincerely pray to Durga, you should avoid watching porn or any lustful activities where you are disrespecting the art of making love or the art of respecting a woman or a man simply for having fun as if they are toys. So you should stop using human beings as toys and respect humanity as being more evolved than toy culture or animal culture. Like when you are animals, you are allowed to have sex and be like toys. You are only fighting for food, clothing, not even clothing, food and shelter. But when you are human beings, you have so many other emotions to fight for, like justice and equality and compassion and patience and creativity, which animals don't have. So identifying yourself with animals and glorifying yourself about it, that we are great animals, is like demeaning the creation of God and saying that what was the need for human creation at all, which is a war between Brahma and Saraswati since long, since Mars, when Brahma disagreed with the creation of humanity the way it is, and Saraswati allowed it to be created because Saraswati said that human beings will evolve, and 25% of humanity has evolved, but 75% still identifies with Brahma and identifies with the animal culture and living short lifespans, having a lot of sex, having a lot of food, and simply dying without having any higher emotions of creativity or sustenance or satisfaction or positivity, which are awakened when you curtail your sexual desires and focus on the mind, send oxygen to your intelligence areas, and get higher satisfaction from your work activities. So Durga symbolizes humanity, the victory of humanity over animal thinking. And Durga uses a powerful animal, the lion, and she sits over the lion and she directs the lion to kill evil, then become evil itself. So Durga is a lion tamer, and if you encounter Durga, you will realize that you cannot get away with evil and be appreciated for it, because Durga will not appreciate you if you are being evil or disrespectful to women. That is how Durga is. Durga is not about rituals or keeping a pandal or feeding girls or wearing heavy jewelry. All that is male version of Durga, where the man thinks that he can please the woman by buying her cosmetics or perfumes and putting her on a pedestal. But Durga is actually about women empowerment. It is about respecting masculinity in a way that the masculine will support the woman, and the woman is working on a positive cause, not for materialism but for higher soul evolution. A positive woman is the embodiment of Durga, and Durga will only embody women who are positive. They don't have to fight all the time, but they have to be positive, and positivity by itself is a huge fight. So wherever you find women fighting for positivity and for justice, you know that there is Durga there. And if you really care for Durga, you would fight for positivity and soul empowerment than traditions and keeping marriages alive, dead marriages alive, and having extramarital affairs and mocking Durga. So God understands your vibrations, and your actions will not matter to God. God will read your vibrations. And if you are mocking the consciousness of God, then you don't get benefit from worshipping God. So that is not the fault of God, it is your fault. It's only when you are aligning with the consciousness of God that you get the benefit of allowing that consciousness to help you be more positive. You will understand all this through deep soul healing, past life therapy, because my sessions involve actual interaction with God and spirit guides, and you actually hear the words and you can actually feel it. inside you when God consciousness enters you and makes you think differently, and you realize, oh, I did not think of all this earlier. Where is this coming from? So it is God consciousness which makes you feel positive in sessions, and if you take a number of sessions, you will understand how to imbibe that positivity in your everyday life. And that is where you will connect to God and actually worship God. So God requires investment on being one with God, not investment on pandal, not investment on weddings, not investment on materialism, but on being one with God in thinking. In your psychoanalysis process, you have to be one with the consciousness of God. That is where the real investment comes in, and that is what God awards you for. God craves for real respect from human beings. Not just being decked up like dolls or put on a pedestal and then they do whatever they want. They have casual sex like animals. They interact with energies which are negative. They spread bad thoughts with their thinking. So that is not true respect for God, and God sees all this. So it's not your actions which will be seen, it will be your vibrations which will be read. And your happiness in the future, your blissfulness, your peacefulness, your guidance to be working for God will all be given by your actions in your private life. So know that you are read, whether you are private or in public, you are always read. When you are hidden from God, you will not receive the energy of God, and however much you pray, if you hide your private life from God and you have darkness around you, happiness will not enter your life. So you have to show all your actions to God. You have to allow God to read you, and then only positivity can enter your life, because light comes through God. However you might define God, but if you are praying for Durga, realize she is about empowerment of souls. Thank you.